Hey everyone, Roxabox90 here with some PAX spoilers, and oh my gosh, this is getting crazy. We have so many spoilers, so many awesome ones, including finally, stay tuned, we have Elspeth and Nylea, both in the same spoiler coverage. Is that crazy or what? Anyhow, let's just get into it because I don't need to talk anymore. Eek. Commune with the gods. One in a green for a sorcery. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a creature or enchantment among them into your hand. Put the rest in your graveyard. It's kind of like an Augur or Bolus-like effect. Actually, it's not. It's more like Peer into the Depths, but for a creature enchantment. And it goes to your graveyard instead of the bottom. Whatever. It's pretty good. It's a really nice sorter. And it's nice that it does enchantment because, again, we're having an enchantment base set. Really exciting. That's a common, though. So let's get to the better stuff. Another common. 2 in a black for a sorcery. Scry 2. Yes, Scry seems to be a thing because we have a couple of Scry cards here. Scry 2, then draw 2 cards. You lose 2 life. So I guess a slightly more effective Sign in Blood. I'm a fan. I think it's pretty good. Definitely pretty good, especially if they want to make black more viable. Having the Scry and then the draw 2 and making it not 2 black but 2 in a black. Very solid. Very cool. Then we have a mythic, first mythic of the night, 3 of black, I think it's a 3. Underworld Cerberus. I'm pretty sure that's Cerberus. Come on, he's got 3 huge heads and the art is amazing. 3 of black and a red for a 6/6. Hound. That's it. It's just a hound. 3 huge heads like that, no, you can say it's a hound. Alright. Underworld Cerberus can't be blocked except by 3 more creatures. Oh, hello. This is just going to be crashing in for tons of damage. It's crazy, crazy. Cards in graveyards can't be target spells or abilities. Oh, really? We needed another Snapcaster Hater. Okay, I guess we did. No, we really didn't, Wizards. That's kind of really random. But, okay. When it dies, exile it, and each player returns all creature cards from his or her graveyard to his or her hand. So, for aggro decks, this gets you back all your cards, which, you play it out, you're rushing, someone wraths you, Underworld Cerberus gets you everything back. Really, really solid anti-wrath. Very, very powerful 6/6 for 5 drop. Almost unblockable. And it locks down Snapcaster and Flashback. That's a solid mythic. I think that's pretty cool. And come on, that art. I'm just drooling. Alright, let's keep going. Rescue from the Underworld. 4 and 1. Instant speed, people. No joke. An additional cost to cast it, you need to sack a creature. Oof, that hurts. But you choose target creature in your graveyard, return that card and the sacrifice card from the battlefield to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of your next upkeep. Exile it. Why is this good? Well, I guess you can, someone attacks you, you block, target your own dude, sack him. Next turn you get back it and something else for 5, and then you lose the card. But still, that's really, really solid. Could definitely see some sort of play in EDH. No question. Very, very solid card. Probably better than Rise from the Grave, whatever that zombie-ish one is. It's probably more effective. Obviously, having to have a creature in play and sacrifice it before it can activate, and not coming back till your beginning of your upkeep, not quite as good. There are some other cards that might work a little better. But for an uncommon, I think it's fantastic. And guys, did I mention something about the art? Pretty awesome. This card definitely has some potential. Very cool. And Nylea, God of the Hunt. Yes, that is the same art you've seen before, and yes, it's going to look gorgeous in foil, so you guys should look out for that foil if you can. 3 and a green for a 6/6. What? Oh, right, we were talking about the gods. 4 for a 6/6 indestructible. As long as your devotion to green is less than 5, it's not a creature. Whew. Thank the Lord, because green, not that hard to land. 5 devotion. 4 for a 6/6 indestructible could be a problem. Other creatures you control have trample. Well, at least she doesn't have trample because that would be ridiculous. And also not fit her character because she's an archer. Not supposed to be stomping on people. Shooting people, yes. Not stomping. And speaking of shooting, her ability is shooting arrows of love. 3 and a green. Target creature gets 2/2 until end of your turn. Until end of turn. Sorry. It's anybody's turn. So she just shoots her arrows and boom, your creatures get bigger. Not quite as good, I think, as Thassa. But, 4 for a 6/6. Definitely fits the green mold. She's big and powerful. I'm going to let you know it. Giving other creatures trample, always really solid. Going to be crazy and limited, making a casual 6/6 creature into a much stronger bomb. Being able to pump up on the fly, even though it's a bit expensive. I would have think they would have made it like 2 or 3 to do that ability. But yeah, she's pretty cool. Definitely a fan. Not quite as good as Thassa, in my opinion. Next up, Elspeth, Sun's Champion. She's here, and yes, that art is the art you're going to see. As you can see, it's not cutting into the frame here like that silly fake we saw a while ago. She's 4 and 2 white. Wow, what an expensive Elspeth. I don't think we've seen a white planeswalker. Have we seen a white planeswalker in that mana cost ever? I don't think so. 4 and 2 white for a 4 loyalty. So 6 for a 4 loyalty, +1, but 3 1/1 white soldiers. That is the most powerful +1 I think we've seen, not only on any Elspeth, but I'm pretty sure on any planeswalker. It just gets you 3 dudes. 3 dudes. Quoting Mr. Orange Guy. 3 dudes. It's awesome. -3. Oh, okay, so we're not going to get a double plus Elspeth. They learned their mistake from Knight Errant. -3. Destroy all creatures with power 4 or greater. Huh. That's pretty solid. That's pretty darn solid, especially at 6 mana she's going to hit. Chances are your opponents are going to have creatures with power 4 or greater. And the fact that she can, after wiping the field of the biggest creatures, power up and drop a whole bunch of soldiers, it's going to be pretty ridiculous. -7, you get an emblem with creatures you control, get 2/2 in flying. It's good. It's good for token. It's going to be a bit tough to get there, I think. Obviously, in EDH, this card is going to rule. It's ridiculous. Being able to make tons of tokens in token-based decks is crazy. Destroying all creatures with power 4 or greater happens all the time in EDH. It's austere command, but part of austere command because the whole thing would be just, she'd be on steroids, popping out of this frame like crazy if she had that ability. -7, you get an emblem. 2/2 in flying could be pretty decent if you have enough tokens, but it's nothing mind-boggling. It's nothing as crazy. I think Knight Errant's final ability is more powerful by making everything you control indestructible forever. Here, yeah, you need to have a lot of creatures, and it's not that big a boost. I would have thought 4/4 and flying, maybe first strike, something like that would have been more crazy. But then again, it doesn't really matter about her ultimate because her abilities are just really solid. And because, you know, if a format shifts to mid-range, where it stays solidly in mid-range and you can land a 6-cost planeswalker, 6 to have a 5 level 2 planeswalker and 3 more guys out, really solid. And she also, at turn 6, she lands and she clears the board of anything that can pretty much kill her off the fly. Very solid planeswalker. Pretty happy with her, actually, personally. And in EDH, I think her first 2 abilities will work in token decks. Not quite powerful enough for 6 to make her used everywhere, but she will see some play for sure. Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx. It's a legendary land that looks really cool. It's Pantheon. You have this, like, I think some of it's glare, but it looks really cool. It's like a shining ball of gorgeousness. Tap to add 1 colorless, kind of like Cavern of Souls. 2 colorless, tap, choose a color, add to your mana pool an amount of mana equal to your devotion to that color. Awesome, very flavorful, very powerful potentially, especially in a set running very heavy monocolor. This card will allow a huge amount of ramp. It's going to work really well in monocolored EDH decks. I think Azusa and Omnath and the green powerhouses are going to love this card, but it will also see some play, I think, in general in 1 and 2 color EDH decks. It will probably see also a little bit of play potentially in standard, depending how viable mono and 2 color become. But if Devotion kicks off, this is very flavorful use. So I'm going to say it has constructed viability. Don't quite know yet, given that we're running a lot of very heavy multicolor decks right now, how it will work if we can get a mono or 2 color off the table or onto the table. Don't quite know how that would work, but otherwise it's going to fit into a couple of formats. It's really cool flavor, and it's rare. Very happy. Thoughtseize with new art that's really blurred. He's like a blurred guy. Is like the sun, but a circle sun, and you can't really see, but I'm sure the art is gorgeous. I mean, even from the guy's fingers, it looks really cool. The old art was very unique, but it also was very Lorwyn-ish, or yeah, the Lorwyn block, that feel. So they had to change it up a bit to fit. I think it's going to fit, even though I can't really see, but I'm sure it looks great. And Thoughtseize is awesome. It's just a fabulous card. Very happy they're keeping it at rare, not mythic, because that would just be sad. That would be very sad. Thank you, Wizards, for making this card more accessible. I'm sure it'll still stay a $30, $40, $50 card, but thank you. Awesome. Voyage's End, 1 in a blue instant. Return target creature to its owner's hand. Scry 1. Again, scrying. Love it. Wow, look at the art, people. This is a common. Anyway, I'm just thrilled. This card is pretty solid, definitely pretty solid for 2. Limited, definitely viable and limited. Don't quite know if it's up there enough for constructed, but it's a common, so. Rage Blood Shaman, 1 and 2 red for a 2/3. Minotaur Shaman, who's a lord. Minotaur Shamans, after all this time, we're finally having our first Minotaur Lord. 1+1 in trample. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, actually. I like that. And it's not legendary, so you can run multiple copies. Maybe Minotaurs will be a thing. Probably in limited they will be. I don't think... They're very unlikely to be a constructed standard deck, but wow. Very, very cool. Definitely fun for casual players. And limited could be a very good thing. And Hammer of Porphyros. 1 and 2 red for legendary enchant artifact. Creatures you control have haste. Yes, thank you. Haste fits red's ability. Thank you, Wizards, for staying by red and making Nylea have trample, which is green. So we're actually keeping to color abilities and not completely wrecking the color pie like we were doing with some cards. Yeah, anyway. Creatures you control have haste. Tap 3, tap, sack a land. Put a 3/3 colorless golem enchantment artifact creature token. That's a mouthful. But that's pretty good, actually, because you land it in red deck wind sort of style decks where once you got into 4, 5, 6 mana, you don't really need the mana. And if you remember, like, Hylian Crucible was supposed to also, that you can pump your mana once you're later in the game into something that continues to make stuff. This is that sort of card. Very, very cool, flavorful, limited, powerful, could potentially see some play in, like, red deck wind stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There are a couple other spoilers that are out there. I'll hopefully post a video on that some other time soon. But let me know your thoughts about those billion spoilers that we have, including Nylea and Elspeth and Thoughtseize all in one video, guys. It's going crazy. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section as well. Check my channel sponsors in the description of the video. And as always, Roxabox and 90 signing out. See you guys next time.